very calm and focused in the biggest fight of his career. A big, natural, 240-pound plus heavyweight, vicious knockout power in his hands and his feet, and world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu ground game.
It's the same look of confidence that he had the entire week in Manchester, England, and the same look of confidence that he had entering the octagon against one of the most dangerous soldiers, if you will, in the world, in Mirko Cro Cop.
And an interesting thing that you pointed out, Mike, earlier, if you look at it on paper, the fight with Cro Cop was so much more dangerous than the fight with Randy Couture.
Absolutely.
Cro Cop can put you to sleep. Randy is not known as a knockout artist. I mean, he did land that beautiful right hand on Tim Sylvia and hurt him very badly in that fight, but other than that, he's not really known for punishing guys with his striking. He's known for controlling guys with wrestling and winning with ground and pound and overwhelming them with technique, with pressure, with conditioning. Gabriel Gonzaga, though, is known for putting guys to sleep. He's known for choking guys, he's known for submitting them, and he's known for stopping fights.
You know, the interesting thing there is that, you know, in the Randy Couture win, he'll control you, he'll beat you down, he'll ground and pound you, and the ref will probably stop the fight. Randy has won a ton, and he's an awesome champion and will always be a legend. But that's the thing with Mirko Cro Cop, Gabriel Gonzaga. Their ability is to have you wake up the loser by a little smelling salts under your nose.
And you know what? Nobody really knew about that before the fight with Cro Cop. I mean, I had heard his coach telling me how great his Muay Thai was and how it was the most underappreciated aspect of his game, but boy, did he show that in the Cro Cop fight.
Tonight, he faces the Natural. Five-time champion, Randy the Natural Couture.
I have had the pleasure of watching this man compete from the very moment he first stepped into the octagon way back in UFC 13 when he fought Tony Halma. He is an amazing athlete, an amazing competitor, former light heavyweight champion, current heavyweight champion, and an active competing Hall of Fame member. He's just a guy that's just an incredible athlete, an incredible man. His ability to rise to the occasion over and over again is just unprecedented. He's gone through some tough spots in his career, the knockout losses to Chuck Liddell, rebounded and did what most people thought was the impossible at 40-plus years of age, recaptured the heavyweight title against a giant in Tim Sylvia. Can he hold it tonight against possibly the most dangerous guy in the entire division? Many people thought going into the Cro Cop bout, when Gabriel Gonzaga fought Cro Cop, that Cro Cop was the scariest guy in the division. Gabriel Gonzaga shut him down and flatlined him. Can he do that to Randy Couture?
Couture debuted 10 years and 61 UFC cards ago, and he may very well be better than he has ever been. But the question is, will that be enough in tonight's main event of the evening? The winner leaves with that, the UFC heavyweight belt. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event, is brought to you by Zions Energy. Zenergy, the great tasting super premium energy drink. Couture, 16 years the elder of Gonzaga. He has the reach advantage, but Gonzaga is a much larger man. To officially introduce the champion and the challenger, once again the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Herb Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, two UFC warriors have now entered the world's ultimate proving ground for fighters to go to war against each other. But tonight, only one will leave the champion. And now, live from the sold-out Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, the challenger fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 8 wins with 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 252 pounds. Fighting out of Ludlow, Massachusetts, by way of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Gabriel Gonzaga. And now introducing the champion fighting out of the red corner. This man is a world-class Greco-Roman wrestler. He holds a professional record of 15 wins with 8 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 228.5 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, this man is the only fighter to win UFC championship titles 5 times and in 2 different weight classes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former 2-time UFC light heavyweight champion, the legendary UFC Hall of Fame Octagon Warrior, the reigning, defending UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Randy, the Natural Couture.
Gentlemen, we've gone over my instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves, come out ready to do this.
Here we go.
Look how much bigger Gonzaga looks.
Absolutely. My goodness, that's a big man. And Randy was overwhelmed by bigger opponents early in his heavyweight career. Josh Barnett, Rico Rodriguez. He'll have a game plan, though, we know that. Gonzaga has so much respect for Randy, but tonight it's a fight for supremacy in the heavyweight division. Our main event is underway. Quickly coming out with a right hand.
Randy
over the top
lands some
again.
good shots.
Randy almost had to take down.
Good left
Caught
hook.
him with a left.
Randy landed a good left hook.
Couture caught a good left hook. Gonzaga's so strong. So is Couture, though. Randy caught Gabriel Gonzaga with a left hook.
He's got his back. He was able to suplex him in this position. Let's see if he can do the Gonzaga. Gonzaga frees one hand.
Joe, it's not that they don't like Gonzaga, it's just that they love Randy Couture.
It's hard not to love the guy.
Couture is great with dirty boxing, great in this position with the clinch. One of the finest Greco-Roman wrestlers ever. This is Randy's type of fight. Close the distance, dirty boxing, get the hooks in. But trying to smother and control a man as big and large as Gonzaga is going to be exhausting for Couture.
And Greco-Roman is the best style of wrestling for mixed martial arts, in my opinion. It translates the best. The tie-ups, the clinching, and controlling the clinch game, especially up against the cage, is such a huge aspect of the sport. Big
Good knee. Big right hand. Couture ducks underneath.
By Gonzaga.
Gonzaga caught him with a kick.
Kick and a punch.
Randy demonstrated great head movement in his win against Tim Sylvia. He caught that kick there. That was the left kick. And big time takedown by Couture. Gonzaga right back up
right to
though.
his feet. Big knee by Gonzaga and a knee by Randy.
have to imagine Gonzaga has trained diligently in the clinch, preparing for Randy Couture. Oh, good elbow.
Big elbow and big left hand. Randy's got to be very careful in these exchanges. Gonzaga has big power.
Good use of the short range with the elbow by Gonzaga there.
Blood on the nose of Gonzaga.
Couture pushing the bigger, younger opponent up against the fence again.
Randy's got double underhooks here. He can control Gonzaga's body. Good knee to the body by Gonzaga.
This is not only about control, but it's about sucking some of the wind out of Gonzaga and neutralizing the size advantage that Gabriel Gonzaga has. As Randy always says, imposing his will upon his opponent.
Gonzaga doing a very good job of avoiding the takedown so far. You see that big cut on the bridge of his nose and blood pouring down his nose. I don't know if that nose is broken, but his mouth is wide open, which indicates to me it might be broken. If that's the case, that means that blood is running down the back of his mouth. It's going to make him very difficult to breathe, and he's going to have to breathe out of his mouth instead of out of his nose. Yeah, that's nasty.
Couture has said he thinks he's the best fighter he's ever been. Trained with so many great superstars at Extreme Couture, including Mandalay Silva, of all people.
Good shot by Couture out of the clinch.
Under 90 seconds remains in round one. Remember, it's a championship fight. Joe scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Little shoulder shrug. And again.
And Randy loves these battles of wills. I mean, he's such a conditioned fighter, and he's so used to being in the middle of the fire like this. He loves these kind of battles. These are the type of battles that he comes out ahead on.
We talk so often about this fight on paper. This is the one area where on paper Randy had the advantage in the clinch.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the Greco-Roman skills. Good left hand by Randy.
Randy knows to be cautious as he tries to strike with the dirty boxing, and there's the elbow by Randy that Gonzaga kind of threw at him earlier. And look at how exhausted Gonzaga looks, and it may very well be because his nose is busted up, as you pointed out, Joe. He is breathing out of his mouth very early.
Yeah, his spitting blood out. That's an indication that it is leaking down into his mouth. And the dangerous part there, of course, is that as he's breathing in, he might be breathing blood into his lungs.
Good combinations by Gonzaga
and
again.
Immediately, Randy pushes him back up against the cage. Gonzaga goes for a choke.
The round's going to end. The round's going to end. What a great start for the natural.
Let's take a look at the takedown here. Here's a beautiful left hand by Randy that rocked Gonzaga.
That's the one that caught his nose, Joe. You saw his nose explode there.
I don't think that was it. Nope. I think the damage to his nose was in the takedown.
Gotcha. Oh, that you may be very right.
I don't think it was there either. I think it was in another takedown. This is it right here, I believe. Oh, yeah. There's a good left hand by Gonzaga.
Randy was wobbled for a moment there.
I believe what happened was their heads collided during the takedown, and that's what, let's look at that one more time. We got it on the camera here. Watch it. Here's the takedown. Watch as Randy takes him down. Bang!
Boom!
Slams his head off his nose.
Now, Joe, let me ask you this from a medical point of view. What can they do in the corner here to help Gonzaga in his breathing?
Not much.
Really?
You know, I mean, it's bleeding inside of his mouth. I mean, they can stop it on the outside of the skin, but if his nose is smashed and slamming the head off the nose like it did like that in that takedown, that could very well be the case.
Mouth wide open still, Gonzaga.
He might be forced in a situation where he has to have his mouth.
Went for the high kick, Randy tucked under.
And again, this is Randy's fight. This is where Randy overwhelmed Vitor Belfort. When Randy overwhelms a lot of guys in the clinch.
Looking to sweep the leg. Couture has been so busy, enjoying this resurrected Hall of Fame career. Swing and a miss. Randy doesn't want to mess with the distance.
Slugfest here.
Yep. Randy trying to come around with a left. Uppercut, uppercut.
Randy
And again.
outworking the younger man.
Gonzaga's just dripping. Yeah, he says he can't see. He's telling Herb Dean he can't see.
What?
He said to Herb Dean, I can't see.
Can you fight? You cannot fight.
Oh, no.
Can you fight?
Yeah.
Do you want to continue? We
And he
can't
says he
make a break
wants to
stop the
continue, though.
blood.
So the doctors are going to take a look. They'll put him back in that same position.
You can either fight or you can't
Well,
fight.
you know what? This is a big break for
One or
him,
the
though.
other.
I mean, if he says he can't see, I mean, basically saying I can't fight, and you got to stop the fight. You can't say I can't see,
And then
you
I want
start
to continue.
Same position.
Now they're going to put him,
Same
but still
position.
it's going to move on, Joe.
Same
They'll put him back in that same position, and the round will continue.
You know what? Randy's going to smell blood here. Not just literally, but figuratively. He's going to know that Gonzaga's thinking about quitting here.
He'll be warned for holding the fence there. Oh, they took the point. They took the point. Herb Dean took a point away of Gabriel Gonzaga for grabbing the fence there. No warning. Boom, point deducted.
Like we talked about earlier, Mike, the battle of wills.
Yeah.
No one's got a stronger will than Randy Couture.
And Gabriel Gonzaga pointed that out. He said, the one thing Randy has better than anybody is the mental game. He's the greatest mentally strong fighter in Gonzaga's opinion that he's ever seen.
And he is overwhelming Gonzaga here. This dirty boxing, I mean, his dirty boxing skills are so sound. His ability to use his Greco-Roman clinching and then add in strikes, elbows, and punches from those positions, those tie-ups.
Reminding us all why we always say on paper it can't be done, but you don't go and you don't bet against Randy Couture.
And you know what's really incredible about Randy? Good shots by Randy here. Gonzaga's in trouble. Big uppercut. When people were talking about the conditioning, they were saying that the advantage goes to Randy at 44 years old. I mean, that's amazing that most experts were picking Randy as the better conditioned fighter. Blood is just spraying out of the nose of Gabriel Gonzaga. He ate a right hand right on the button.
Couture with a knee. And another big right. And Randy, again, wisely closes the distance.
He could fight like this all night long, too.
And if he does, he's going to walk away with that same belt he walked in with. Gonzaga's having an extremely difficult time breathing. Under 2 minutes remains in the second round.
Don't grab the fence.
Looking uppercut, looking elbow. And Gonzaga defending, but not putting up any offense here. Again, uppercuts. Ducking underneath. Every time. And anytime the distance widens a little bit, that's when Gonzaga tries for the big punch. Randy wisely moving the head, ducking underneath.
He gives him no room to breathe.
He's smothering. Absolutely sucks your heart out.
Now Gonzaga's got Randy pressed up against the cage.
But describe this fight as you will, but be cautious in overestimating the outcome too early, because Gonzaga's always one swing away from turning his fortune to a positive.
That's true. We're only 2 rounds in.
Absolutely. Long way to go in this
I
championship.
just don't know how he's going to go 5 rounds with that nose like that. I mean, especially when Randy keeps landing these shots.
We didn't know when his nose was healthy if he could go 5 rounds with Randy Couture. We thought if it got into championship rounds, Randy's advantage.
Yeah, which is amazing at 44 years of age. He landed a good knee there.
Under 30 seconds remains in the second. Couture caught him early. Caught him with a left, and then as Joe pointed out on a takedown, the nose busted up with Gabriel Gonzaga, spitting the blood out again. Final seconds of round number 2. Gonzaga looking for a takedown.
No dice. You lose it, needs a left hand for his troubles.
2 rounds belong to the champion.
Okay.
big telling point in that fight, Mike, or in that round, rather, in my opinion, was when he went to Herb Dean and told Herb Dean that he couldn't see. He's in the middle of a battle, and he told the referee that he couldn't see. I mean, obviously, he's badly hurt. Obviously, his nose is a mess. But in my mind, mentally, he might be looking for a way out.
Napão, é superação, irmão. É a luta de título, hein, Napão? É superação, Napão. A luta de título. Vai começar a luta pra você agora.
Badly smashed nose.
Morreu. No terceiro round, a tendência.
It could easily be a broken bone, especially when you. Oh, look, that's a deep gap. If you look at the takedown, the way Randy's head collided with him, which we believe is what caused that cut, that smashed nose. I mean, that thing just could be pancaked. Wow. But you know what? To be a champion, you must overcome adversity, and this is a very bad situation for Gonzaga.
Even the best in the business at stopping bleeding and cuts can't even get that one to stop flowing.
And fight.
Third round. This is where it's dangerous, though. Everywhere it's dangerous, and there's why. Randy has been best served to close the distance.
The more Gonzaga can keep him away and keep this in a striking situation, the better it is for him.
Randy, we saw that head movement so greatly improved against Sylvia. Yeah, staying very elusive here.
Gonzaga doing a good job of avoiding the clinch.
Oh, he caught him with a big kick there.
Unbelievably just took that.
Wow. Direct hit Gabriel Gonzaga. And Couture just shakes it off. This is where Randy wants it, and now you know why. The underhook. Watch for the uppercuts.
No, I don't know if Randy anticipated the fight playing out like this. Oh.
There's a takedown in the half guard. This could be the beginning of the end or the very end, partner. This is how Couture has done it so many times.
He's getting overwhelmed here. Herb Dean's very close to stopping it.
Shots left and right. Randy Couture.
Trying to create distance. Herb Dean taking a good look at him.
And it is all over. Randy Couture remains the heavyweight champion.
Wow. The toughest fight of his career. The fight that most people thought was the most dangerous for him, and he overwhelms the younger, bigger, stronger, more dangerous competitor.
Father Time, wait your turn, because you have not caught up to Randy Couture.
Unbelievable. Let's take one more look at the takedown that we believe caused the break in the nose. Now here's the takedown. Watch as he takes him down. Watch Randy's head. Smash. It's hard to tell in that angle, shoulder, or, you know what, it could have been anything there. It could have been punches and elbows, but this is the end. Gonzaga's badly broken nose, his face is battered. He offers up no resistance, and Herb Dean stops the fight. The champion.
You know, I sit here a teeny bit like surprised and overwhelmed, and then I ask myself, why? Why be surprised? We have seen him do this over and over again. Randy Couture remains the heavyweight champion. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 37 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner, and still the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Randy the Natural Couture.
All right, I'm here with the champ. Amazing performance, Randy. You overwhelmed the bigger, stronger, younger man. Was tying him up in the clinch and getting him up against the cage and working. Was that a big part of your strategy?
Absolutely. I felt like if I got in his face, kept the pressure on him, was able to frustrate him from there, that it would pay dividends as the fight went on. I think he just wore down We clashed heads on the takedown, and I think that's what cut his nose pretty bad. He's a tough guy, man. He rocked me a couple times.
Very, very tough opponent and overwhelming performance by you, Randy. Take a look at the Mickey's replay and talk us through some of the action here.
There's a change from the double to a high single, lifted, and right there planted him. And when he came down, our heads came together. I heard the crunch. I knew his nose was broke, and then I saw the blood. I just had to stay in that range. He's a big, strong guy. You don't want to stand outside. There, I got to the half guard, postured up, and he had no place to go.
You know, a lot of people thought this was going to be the most of your career, and you just overwhelmed the younger, stronger champion, or excuse me, challenger. And you know what? I don't know why anybody doubts you. I don't know what to expect from you in the future. Every time we see you, you get better. It's a pleasure and an honor to watch you perform.
Thank you, guys. Thanks to my team and my family for being here for me. My wife, everybody. You guys are the backbone. You keep me going.
One of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport, the natural, Randy Couture.
Mrs. Couture in attendance here tonight, and the natural remains the heavyweight champion, 6-time UFC champion, UFC Hall of Famer. I gotta say it again, 44-year-old Randy Couture.